Hello my friends, I'm Ava and I have problems with returning stuff. Yeah, the things I usually tell myself, I don't have time, I'm too busy right now. It's not a lot of money, so 5 euros, 10 euros, 100 euros, whatever. It doesn't cost my attention. This is the example of my most ridiculous purchase. This is a 2,000 euros tablet from Vacuum. This is a huge one, and I already having it for 2 years, something like that, and I knew that I don't like it from the moment I opened it. It was very big. I didn't want it to be so big, but I have been surrounded by my colleagues and friends and was congratulating, and I couldn't just let go of a picture of me being a great artist and doing art on this huge Vacuum tablet. So I wasted 2,000 euros and I never returned it. Other example is those wonderful, awesome sticks for walking, which I used, let me say, once or twice. They cost 90 euros and were more bought for my future self, who would be walking out in the mountains every weekend. Not my real self, sitting at home, shooting videos, being lazy. That's how I lose money here. A lot of for me that is about keeping the word. Because I fell in love, in a sense, with this object, and I feel like I'm giving the word to this object that I want to earn it. So even if I soon realize I don't want to own it anymore, it's still hard for me to let it go. I feel I just get so much attached to it. I wanted to buy an iPad for long because I imagined myself doing beautiful sketches, writing on a go, phoning my friends, so I bought an iPad, but I didn't just buy an iPad, I bought an iPad, a keyboard, an Apple Pencil, so I got quite a bunch of stuff. I think the great metaphor about it is like you're getting married to this object. Imagine your happy life together. The moment I bought all these things, I already had myself imagining this great life together with new iPad, with new me. I didn't only like buy the stuff, I started putting stickers on that, so to associate myself even more with this object that I just bought and make it not possible to return it. Like a girl 2 days into marriage realized she needs a divorce. I had the same feeling about iPad. I realized we just not matched together well. I actually don't need it and I don't want to have it, and I also spent more money than I would spend buying an extra computer on this iPad, so it was a great revelation. But it was actually my win because I got to do it. I did return it. It felt just so great. I think it's like a muscle, like I never did it, so I made myself exercise it more.
You haven't been doing your exercises.
What exercises?
I bought an item on Amazon. It was really small items. I think it cost like 6 euros something, maybe 10 euros. And once I got it, I realized I don't need it. But I didn't know the process. I didn't know how you return stuff on Amazon, so I made myself get get to know this process, to returning just this stuff which is like so cheap and doesn't really matter, doesn't really cost my time, but I get myself into it, not delaying it for a little bit longer. I return it. Yay! I also think what is helpful about that is not thinking of it as getting money back, because getting money back is not that motivating. I get my 10 euros back. What I feel more motivating is actually earning money. When you rephrase this as you earning 10 euros in 5 minutes, it actually feels better. I would say it actually feels better. That's how I reward myself returning stuff. Also, the great question to ask yourself once you get something in a shop. Now I have this item, but if I would not have this item, would I buy it again? For me, often answer is no. I'm a compulsive buyer. I buy stuff that I don't need afterwards. Being honest with myself in such a way. I also come to that because now I start to embracing minimalism, with idea of having less stuff and enjoying the stuff you have more. When you give away or get rid of lots of items, you realize you also need to stop buying so much items.
Bye!
Actually, this process had made me quite happy, and I have much less stuff than I used to have. Please tell me if you're good in returning stuff or selling stuff. I never sold anything. I need to exercise this muscle as well. Try to learn how it's done, how you sell something which is not fresh. Like I have a problem with that. I never sell stuff. If you know, like if you have your tips and tricks of returning stuff or selling stuff, please share them in the comments below. Or maybe you have a problem like me and you never return anything or sell anything. Please share. I would know I'm not alone having this problem. Have a good weekend and goodbye.
I never sold anything.
Okay, this is my first time doing something like that. It's difficult, but I decided to try just in this video to sell you something. Don't be mad at me, please. So if you like to travel like I do, and somehow you only use the hotels while you're traveling, I can recommend you something I use. I almost always travel with Airbnb. The difference is Airbnb is a hosting service that allows local people to earn money by hosting their own flats. So you get to live an apartment of a local. It's often much cheaper than booking the hotel in the same time. The other reason it's often more comfortable. I like to rent like entire place apartment, so you have kitchen, you have your own bathroom, you don't need to worry about the stuff. You also sometimes have a good experience with communicating with hosts. One host, when we had it in Dubrovnik, she was offering us to give us a ride to get us to the bus station and back. She was very kind. Like our host that we had, it wasn't split. We entered to the Airbnb apartment and the fridge was full of food. You need to know it's not like a normal stuff. Usually you just have a flat with nothing, but sometimes stuff like that happens, and it's really nice experience. Our time, if you want to like save even more money, you cannot do the entire place apartment, but do just a room. I usually do it if I travel alone. This way you can communicate more with the host. They usually live in the same apartment, and communicate more with other travelers, because sometimes they rent rooms for different people, so you can have some community of people to speak to, and it's usually like really friendly. Yeah, that's my experience. I usually prefer it for my traveling, so if you're interested, you can have a 30 euros discount on your first purchase there, and if you like click a link in the description below, you would get your 30 euros discount, and you also would help me because I would receive, I think, 16 euros once you completed your travel, so I can travel more. Yeah, that's my recommendation for you. Have a good trip.